Hey there guys, James Lay here again. Make sure if you like this video, you take a moment to like it down below and subscribe to me so you don't miss out on future updates. I'm here again doing another mukbang. Today I'm going to be eating a Poki Bowl. Shout out to V for giving me an idea. I asked on my Facebook what should I eat for dinner tonight, and out of all the choices that one seemed like the best option. I've also been eating pretty much out since Wednesday until today, and so I just thought Poke Bowl does sound pretty refreshing, and the weather in California just got crazy again, so what better way to cool off than with some fresh poke. So let me get started. So I got a medium. I went to Downtown Fullerton at Pokecraft. Let's see, my shirt's kind of tight. Pokecraft, and I got a medium, which comes with 3 scoops of any fish of your choice. So I did salmon, octopus, and scallops today. And then of course, you have the option of choosing, brown or white rice. I did white rice, and you could also do a salad. You could do it with chips, and then there's all these other toppings that I got. One thing I really like about this place, and this is the first time I've actually been here, is they have edamame as a topping, and I like that because after a while all the fish could kind of get like the same texture, and that's partially the reason why I also always get octopus, is so that I have something to chew on. And then I always make sure I grab some spicy mayo on the side. That way, again, if the flavors are getting pretty monotonous, I have something that I can dip into, and a glass of water. So we'll get started. I actually was at a friend's birthday brunch earlier today, and I was thinking to myself, well, I do want to film for tonight, so I can't eat too much. So we didn't eat until about 1:30, and it was a prefix menu, so there was 3 options. There was a burger, an eggs benedict, and French toast. And out of the 3 options, I thought, okay, I should probably eat the eggs benedict, knowing that I'm going to be eating on camera tonight and I don't want to be too full. Actually, my appetite has built up. Kind of been running around doing errands as typical on a Sunday night, doing grocery shopping for food for the week and then also for lunch. And so I have plenty of room to probably kill all this. Usually I get a large, and the difference between a large and a medium at this specific location is it's 2 extra scoops of fish, but at this point I'm not going to notice that there's going to be any more or less fish in this bowl. So let's dig in. I have a lid here that I use. A lot of times I go back and forth on whether I'm feeling like ginger. Tonight, not one of those nights. So I have it on the side, and if I do feel like cleansing my palate, I'll take a bite of that later. And then wasabi, they usually do a huge scoop of that, but I don't need too much, so I'll put some off to the side. And I'm already sweating because I've been running around, like I said, so pardon if you see any like sweat dripping down my face. Alright. So, you know what, probably, just to be safe measure, so you could see that's all of the fish that's in there, and the scallops. Oh, dropped. Good thing it was hovering over my bowl. This place doesn't also charge for avocado, which is good. I've been to a couple poke places, and they're popping up like crazy in this area. And so it's those minor details that really make them stand apart from each other. I can't say the fish quality is different from place to place in the 5 or 6 different ones I've been to, but it's the other things like having the edamame, having the avocado that's free of charge. Those things make a huge difference. I'm actually really pleased with the way this rice is. I've been to other poke places where the rice was too hot and then I get it to go, and then by the time I sit down and eat it, it's not, the fish is like partially warm at that point, and that's not appetizing. So this is the perfect temperature. Dip some of this in here. I think I might need a towel today. So the dilemma I had was you can choose what kind of like spiciness level you want. So they had no spice, a little spice, spicy, and then very spicy. So normally I get mild or medium, and I didn't know if a little spicy was that, so I ended up doing spicy, but there's a good amount of kick to it. Avocados are actually really expensive. I was at the market right before I picked up this bowl, and at Vaughn's they were like $2 for a large avocado, and I have the worst luck buying avocado. Like, I'll buy it and it's like hard, and then I'll wait and I'll give it some time, and then right when I think it's ready, I'll cut into it, and then it's not ready, and then I end up having to throw away the entire avocado. So I just kind of don't mess with avocado anymore because it's so tricky, and I've watched tutorials on like how to pick the perfect avocado, when do you know when to cut into it, and it's just one of those things that have always like eluded me. I'm kind of surprised that I'm having poke right now, just because this past Wednesday I went out for a family birthday dinner, and we went to an all-you-can-eat sushi place, and I mean, we ate to the point where if you've ever eaten like so much that things just start becoming hilarious, that's the stage that my family got to. Everything was funny. We were just concerned about getting overcharged because there was like, I'd say like 2 rolls worth if you combine everything that was left on the table, and it was just hysterical. Luckily, we didn't get charged for it, but I felt like we all vowed that we wouldn't eat sushi for a while, and here I am eating a Poki Bowl. Mm. So as I mentioned, like, it's just been a jam-packed weekend. Friday night I had a dinner with a friend. We had shabu shabu, and then Saturday I had a baby shower to go to, and at the baby shower we were playing this. If you've never been to a baby shower, there's like this game where they have like little bottles, and you're supposed to like drink all the contents in it. Normally, I have a whole jug of orange juice in the fridge right now, but because it was orange juice that we drank at that specific time, I have no desire to drink any orange juice. But really, the object of that game is to drink your, clear out your bottle the fastest. And I've played that game like a dozen full of times. I've still not figured out what the trick is. I've heard that you're supposed to like bite off part of the, like, I guess it's called the nipple, or like just go to town on it, and it just, every time I just end up, I make for great photos for the baby shower, but aside from like actually winning that game, it's always a bad end result for me. There's a part where I was like clasping onto the bottle so hard that by the end of it, my hands were like super sore. So I'm definitely gonna sit out on that if I ever see that game again. And then later that night, went out to dinner for a birthday. That was fun. And then today I mentioned went to Long Beach for a birthday brunch. And then of all things, after the birthday brunch, went shopping for new gym shirts. If I'm going to keep this up, I have to also watch out for my fitness too. This is really good. And really spicy. I might need to get a refill of that water. Yeah, earlier this week, you probably saw if you saw my last video, it was on the OC Fair. Because I went on Thursday again. I wanted to do my best to avoid anything deep fried because I just had so much deep fried food earlier in the middle of the week. So this is pretty refreshing. Well, the really neat thing I'm noticing now is trying to explain to not only my friends but just people that I'm meeting as I'm going out what it is this is all about. I think I'm getting better about it each time. But it seems like the best way to really get it is to just watch a video and see what kind of reaction you have to it and then make a judgment call from there. I mean, the first couple of times, he smells the salmon. The first couple of times that I lost my train of thought. Oh, I was going to say the first couple of times I saw videos, I was like, why would anyone watch this? And since then, I've subscribed to a couple of different channels, and it's just something to, you know, as your YouTube binge watching. I can only watch so many, you know, past reruns of clips from various shows that I like, or, you know, cooking demos. So this is just another type of video that has, you know, gained my interest at least. And I feel like the more I'm doing it, the more I'm not realizing that there's even a camera in front of me. And the other part is, even after the video is done, like just putting it together, that's been a lot of fun. So I would say me actually eating on camera is, you know, anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, and then the bulk of the time is spent in, I guess, post-production where you're putting it together. I actually know how to edit clips here and there now, so I was really proud of my last video, even though it was pretty elementary, but adding images as I was talking, that was pretty cool. We'll see if I can play around with any of the editing for this, but I'll definitely have something to keep me occupied for the rest of the night. These are just fun to eat. I still remember like the first time I thought I was eating raw fish, and even like growing up in the 90s, I remember there was a gag on a lot of like sitcoms about eating raw fish, and it was disgusting, blah blah blah, and you know, fast forward to 2016, and you know, you have all these poke shops, and it's no longer something that's seen as disgusting. So we've come a long way. But going back to my earlier story, I want to say I remember like being in my parents' kitchen, and I think it may have been my brother who brought home some sushi, and it was like supermarket sushi. So at that time, I didn't realize, okay, that there's even a difference, and I thought I was eating like raw fish, but in actuality, it was just like a California roll with the crab, and I didn't like it at all. And somewhere along the lines, I started eating like the actual like sushi that you would expect to see in like restaurants and whatnot, and that's when I like, okay, this stuff is amazing. I guess sardines gets a bad rap too, but I love sardines too. So this wasabi is dangerous because it's like right next to the avocado, so they look very similar, but they don't taste similar at all. So my eyes might be welling up, I think. I don't know. I've seen people do those spicy noodle challenges, and I don't think I could survive that. This one time I had a, you know, ghost chili pepper, but they were the strands, and it was on top of a taco. Me being like pretty like confident in my ability to handle spice, I was like, oh yeah, I can handle it, I can eat it. I took one bite into it, and the first feeling I had was a numbness like on this side of my face. Like I couldn't feel anything, and I had that like something's wrong with my body and this is not right. And I don't know if it was the hysteria, but I started like hitting my face because I was like, I don't feel anything, like the spice was taking over. So eventually I went to the restroom, and I just remember getting a lot of paper towels and like wiping my tongue, hoping that that would take some of the spice away. Never again will I touch a ghost chili pepper. So once you get to like kind of this part of a meal, bring out the spoon because I'm too lazy to be picking at it all night. That spicy mayo, so simple, but delicious. Can you see that? The last bite, actually, maybe this way is better because you can actually see the salmon that's left. I saved one piece of salmon. Focusing? Still focusing. Either case. No, you can't have any. So, there you have it. Clean bowl, nothing left. I'd give it a 5 out of 5. Really good Poki Bowl. Thanks again for joining me. Again, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys next time.